Tough game. High Point is incredibly gritty, and they gave us everything we could handle. Luckily, we got a good start from Tristan Smith. I thought he was attacking the strike zone and really did a good job of giving us a chance and keeping a good offense down. The relief pitching was good as well, and then pitching, defense, timely hitting, postseason baseball, and not a more timely hit than a walk-off game winner by Tristan Bissetta. Just a huge clutch hit in a big moment. So we got to be better offensively tomorrow. We left too many guys on base, didn't execute with runners in scoring position as well as we would have liked to, but we got it done at the end, and that's really all that matters.
Questions? Anybody have questions for Coach or the student athletes?
Coach Chris Anderson, Tigers, 25 come from behind victories this year. Have you ever been a part of anything like this before?
I'd have to look that up, but I don't think so. This is a pretty unique and special group. Their superpower for sure is their belief that they're going to come back and find a way, and they've done it 25 times.
Let's go to the question right here, John.
John Lyles, close to Tristan. How wet is your jersey right now?
I'm completely soaked. I got like 3 buckets and a little bit of water from Coach. So yeah, absolutely soaked, but totally worth it. It's awesome. Do it for the guys. So yeah.
Tristan, Trevor Groves, TigerNet.com. Like Coach said, it was a great outing for you tonight. I think you were once shy of your career strikeout record with 9 tonight, most since the Duke game early in the season. How much did the environment and the crowd give you some extra juice, or did you have to keep your emotions a little bit in check?
I think the crowd helps me because just build adrenaline and helps me compete, that's for sure. Crowd's behind me and just all the guys working together, so, sir.
All right, let's go here for the next question and then to the second row.
Will Vanderbilt, Clemson Insider. Tristan, ran into some of your family members before the game. I know a lot of them were here. How exciting was it to have that kind of moment, knowing you had all the family out there?
Yeah, I'm completely blessed with my parents and close family friends. So it was awesome having them here. I think I had like 6 people I got to hug after the game. So that was just an extra special moment. Get to give that ball to my mom. It's just beautiful. Yeah.
Let's go to the second row back here.
Darian Carter, Greenville News. This is for Tristan. Tristan, as Coach mentioned, the comeback wins from the offense kind of you guys a superpower. As a pitcher, how's that from your perspective, seeing that I give up a run or two, I know my offensive guys kind of have my
The most important thing is just throwing up zeros and competing for your team, and just know your offense will do it in the long run, sir.
Let's go to the back. We have one question here in the middle and then to the left. To the middle first.
Tristan, Beth Wolf from Fox Carolina. Can you just take us through what it's like in that 9th inning, watching Blake go up, Cam, and then having your moment? Just what's going through your head? How do you compose yourself in that moment? And then what's it like as you take? Does it go silent? Do you feel it? What's that moment like?
Our coaching staff does a great job of teaching us how to stay calm and use the breath to our advantage. It's been like the biggest asset for me this year, being able to keep a slow heartbeat. And yeah, really just controlling my breathing and seeing those guys get on base. It was exciting to be in that spot, and I thank my teammates for being on base for me. So,
Let's stay in the back with the cameras to the left, and then we're going to go back up front for the next question.
Julia Morris, WYFF News 4. This is for both players. You both being guys from the upstate, playing in an environment like this, helping this team, your hometown team, get this win and start regional playoff in the way that you did. What does that mean to you tonight?
Go first. Yeah, I've dreamed of playing for this school since I was a child. Been coming to games my whole life, and it's special. My grandfather was a huge Clemson fan, so it's really nice to be able to do it for the team I always wanted to play for and always cheered for. So it's full circle for sure.
Same thing as Tristan said. I grew up a Clemson fan, and being able to see those fans out there and just supporting us like that, it's fun to play in.
Let's go to the front, and then we're going to go back to the second row.
Coach Trevor Groves, TigerNet.com. Just want to ask you about the 9th after the leadoff double by Blake. I'm guessing And then, of course, they intentionally walk Cam, particularly, but I'm guessing you weren't considering bunting at all with Jimmy, you know, knowing the hot bat that Tristan was swinging right behind him, too.
Yeah, I would have taken the bat out of Tristan's hands. I have all the confidence in the world in all the guys. I thought Jimmy was going to walk it off, and when he didn't, I knew Tristan would. But that timeout was more about just heads-up picks on the bases instead of strategy of a bunt. But I'm glad you guys bring up the crowd, because that was a point of emphasis all week long, and the crowd delivered. DKS was absolutely electric. That was as loud as I've ever heard it when we walked it off there. So just, that's the 10th man that we were talking about. So appreciate everyone. The attendance, 6256, and we heard every one of them. So thank you to DKS and Clemson Faithful for coming out, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Let's go to the second row.
Jason Priester, the Clemson Insider Coach. Talked about earlier about not being able to move guys over the way I usually do or put them in from third. Was that more about how Hughes was pitching tonight?
I think you do have to give Hughes a lot of credit. I mean, he threw 120 pitches, and, he was still mixing and throwing 4 pitches. He's fastball, slider, curveball, and change. Pitched backwards when he needed to. Expanded the zone when he needed to. I mean, he looked like a senior leader, and just, really was up for the challenge, and did a great job. And so that part of it was him, and I think part of it was just we looked like we were pressing a little bit in those big moments. And, he's making the pitches, and we're chasing out of the zone or whatever, fouling off our pitch or whatever it may be. But, I'm glad we learned those lessons in a win as opposed to the other way. But yeah, he deserves a ton of credit. He pitched his butt off and really put the team on his back tonight.
Do we have any other questions? Let's go right here in the second row, then back to the first.
Shuffle follow at the state for coach, just given the statistics about how tough it is to advance out of the losers bracket, how huge was tonight purely for that?
Yeah, we were saying all week we want to just get in the winner's bracket. We knew we couldn't overlook High Point, and we saw why tonight. That's as gritty and as tough as a team as there is, and everyone at this point in the year is good. And you look around the country and see all the upsets today, and that's that way every year. That's the way it goes. And so getting into the winner's bracket's a big deal for sure. So we'll want to stay there.
Let's wrap it up right here in the front.
Coach, I was going to ask you about Coastal tomorrow. We talked about them the other day, and, a lot of focus on Vandy, but you knew coming in that Coastal was a dangerous team, and they showed that today, didn't they?
They can really score. They score in bunches. They had 2 5 spots and a 3 spot, so 3 big innings, and they score quick. And it's not just the homer. They score in a lot of ways. They take their walks. They just find a way to cross home plate. So we'll need a good performance from Aiden Canuck tomorrow. We need to play good defense behind him, and we'll need to be better, executing with runners in scoring position tomorrow, because it's going to be just as tough tomorrow. And we'll have our work cut out for us, but we'll be up for the challenge too.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.